5th generation Hyundai Santa Fe, a reinvention of the previous model. But does it reinvent the driving experience? Some say 7-seaters are the way to go. Let's discuss the different variants you can get with the new and improved Santa Fe. Now it is predominantly a 7-seater, but say you want a 6-seater, that is an option. Although that variant only comes in at the top trim level calligraphy, accompanied by the higher price point. That being said, if you're not too fussed about getting the top spec, why not go for one of the premium or ultimate trims, which can come in at a lower price point and give you an extra seat. The version that we've got is the calligraphy. It's a 7-seater, and the older I've got, the higher up I like to be in cars when I'm driving, and that helps with visibility. This gives great visibility out the front over the bonnet and all around. And although it's a big 7-seater, it's at its best at low speed in suburban areas, something that we're going to test later on. Okay, so I've opened her up on these roads, and I've got to say, she weighs over 2 tonnes, so it's not going to corner just like the Alpine. But I have to agree, she's at her best in the cities, but that doesn't mean it drives poorly everywhere else. It's still fun to drive a big 7-seater, and Hyundai have built this for the long open road journeys. I have said this car has reinvented itself, and immediately that is clear to see. One of the great things is it's now got the ability to cater for larger families, and that might just be enough of a reason for you to buy it, whether that's for the school run, shopping or family holidays. What I will say is, you'll struggle to fill this car. It has been said that this car has inconsistent brakes, but bear in mind, it does weigh over 2 tonnes. So let's give it a go, shall we? Seems okay. I don't know what all the fuss is about. The brakes feel absolutely fine to me. And while we're outside, let's take a look around the new redesigned Santa Fe. Let's just take a moment to admire the Hyundai Santa Fe, because it's been completely redesigned from its predecessor. It looks nothing like it. The lights, for a start, at the front, they've got the H shape in the light, which must mean Hyundai, but it also makes me think of a gearbox. The grille, a little bit tamer than we've seen on some vehicles, but it reminds me of a Range Rover or a Land Rover Discovery, something of that ilk. Down the side, boxy wheel arches, very Kia EV9ish, and boxiness is cool. 20-inch alloy wheels and flush door handles. Well, not this door handle, no. The handle which helps me get into the back seats. You push that in, you push the button here, we're back in a minute. Okay, so we're in the back of the Santa Fe. We're technically in the boot, they've just put seats in it, but there is enough room for a grown adult in here. It can be quite snug, but you've got some good creature comforts. You've got climate control, you've got a USB-C charger, and you've got 2 drinks holders on this side. This is where the kids will want to sit. Remember that. This is the kids zone when you have a 7-seater. And say there's nobody sitting in front, you can actually put those seats forward, put your feet up, and have a little bit extra comfort. So moving forward, the luxury continues in this car. We've got the same comfortable seats, we've got great legroom and headroom with a sunroof, but these seats are also heated in the back. So if you feel like a hot bot in the winter months, perfect for you. Drinks holders, 1 in the armrest, 2 in the top of the door, 1 in the bottom of the door. So that's 4 drinks holders for just 1 side of the car. So on those long journeys, you can have a choice of beverages to keep yourself satisfied. And if you need to charge your phone, there's a USB-C charger on either side of the front seat for you. Normally, we don't have a special segment for a centre console. It's almost a non-event, but this one is an event. It opens from the back and the front, and it's got special drawers in it, so the kids can keep their sweets in the back there, and once they've finished, their litter can go in the top, and you can recycle that into the bin. And once you remove this tray, it gives you an extra special compartment so mum and dad can keep their sweets away from the kids, and it works perfectly. And all this stretches through and towards the front, a lovely place to be. There's some great materials and great finishing from the doors all the way across the dashboard and down your side pillars here. Bose speakers inside here. Whenever I see that, I know I'm in for some fine dining for my ears, and it's a big thing for Duncan. We've got two 12.3 inch screens there, one for the driving, one for your infotainment, and below that a 6.6 screen for all your climate controls, but there's actually real buttons in there as well. Down below that, all your charging options, a couple of wireless charging mats, some USB ports, and there's also a button which says UVC, but I will come back to that in a minute. You've got drinks options here to hold that, and a lovely bit of storage underneath your armrest as well. And storage, that's something that the Santa Fe is big on. We've got big door bins, we've got a big glove box, and we've got something a little bit different. We've got a UVC cabinet. Now, inside here, you could put your mobile phone, you could put your keys, and it will be sterilised for you inside that cabinet with a UV light. That's something completely new to me. I never even knew that was a thing. Give us some comments in the box. Do you like it? Is it a good idea? Either way, I want to say thank you very much to Hyundai. Now, the back of the car. If this was the first image I've ever seen, I'd have to say it's my Marmite moment. I'm not really sure. But when you pair it in with how the front works, the whole car goes really well and it looks fabulous. But the big question is, why are the lights so low? Well, there's a good reason why they're so low. In order for Hyundai to give you the biggest opening on the tailgate, they had to use super long struts. And to do that, well, they take up quite a bit of space. So they have sacrificed a little bit of beauty for some practicality. But it's a worthy sacrifice. And that's about the only thing the Santa Fe sacrifices. With a mighty 725 litres of boot space with all 7 seats up, this is a major increase of 91 litres compared to the older model and 20 litres more than its closest competitor, the Kia Sorento. Put all the seats down and, well, you might have a van. Just to confirm, it's not a van. It's a 7-seater SUV. And is it sluggish? Well, no, it's not. Not to 62 in 9.3 seconds. It's not going to pin you to the back of the seat and blow the cobwebs out, but it's ample. It's a 4x4 hybrid, delivers 47.9 miles per gallon, and it gives you the best of both worlds, battery power and internal combustion engine. It's comfy and spacious, and let's not forget the price tag, starting at £47,000 for the base model and rising to £52,000 for the calligraphy 4-wheel drive version that we are driving. And here at Arnold Clark, we have over 20,000 new and used cars to choose from, so if you want the best deal guarantee, we make it easy, and so does Hyundai. I've driven it in the city for quite some time now, and I have to agree with Hyundai. You wouldn't normally look at a car this size and think, wow, that's going to be perfect in the city streets, but it is. And with the cameras and gizmos, just look how easy it is to park. Visibility in town. We've talked how good it is to park, but because you're higher up, it just gives you a better view of everything that's going on. There are narrow A-pillars in the front, so it doesn't take up too much of your vision when you're trying to get around that tight corner. And as I look out the back window as well, it's a nice big space. And with the sunroof, it just gives you that extra dimension of having more space around you. I really like this car. It's comfortable. I think for a long journey it would be brilliant. In town, it's also nice to drive. What's not to like? Big mirrors, big visibility, big height, big bit of love. Now definitely the school run, this car will beat them all. It takes off quickly with its electric motor, it's very responsive at low speed. Another thing I've noticed in town, we have not done any driving on anything apart from the hybrid battery. And that's something that's great because right now we're in the middle of one of the low emission zones in Glasgow. I've had this car everywhere now, and I think Hyundai have done a cracking job. They've built a large 7-seater SUV which fits the marketplace and it's not going to break the bank. They've reinvented the car. The driving experience, well, that's up for you to figure out. Best thing to do, get yourself to your local Arnold Clark, Hyundai, and get behind the wheel of the Santa Fe. Then let me know some comments in the box of what you think the car's like. I'm Duncan Vincent. This is the Arnold Clark YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss a notification or an upload from us. And until next time, safe driving.